Sight-In Day 2020. Thanks to our Duminer Polis, we're not allowed to shoot anywhere except that is a designated range.
Here we are.
So here we are. Welcome to Communist America. At least we can still shoot.
We're in the DR.
Right.
Designated range.
Exactly. So there you go. Even though we have a private range, we have to go to the public pond here and shoot at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. What'd you bring?
I brought a couple of Gatorades, some potato chips, 300 Win Mag, and a 308.
All right, that's no joke. That's 600 yards. Kevin shot, my shot on a full-size elk right there. To give you some perspective, we really are at 600. That's the range right there. Here, we'll zoom in. There we go. 600 yards. Woo! We are ready. So this year we have 9 people going. We had 10 on the list and 1 had to leave due to some family health issues. Not COVID, by the way. Just a sick grandma. So anyway, we've got 9 people. I'm packing up right now. It's about 3 days before we leave. It's Sunday. We usually leave on Wednesday, and we're going to. Hopefully a good start. It's warm this year. No shirt. Woo! Compared to other years, and we were packing in the snow. So it's going to be a hot year. That's actually kind of welcomed that we don't have to, well, at least for the first half of the season, we're not going to have to deal with frozen water and driving in a snowstorm and all that stuff. But the hunting, I think, is going to be significantly harder. We have no tracks. We're not going to have any snow for tracks. It's not like we had a weather trend come through, barometric pressure changed or something where they pushed the elk or made them bugle or anything like that. We don't have that right now. So I think this year our advantage is that we do have 9 people. We're going to have 9 people wandering around. Hopefully, someone can get onto a herd. I think that's going to be key here. It's just, we're just going to have, 18 eyes on the ground, and hopefully one of us will be able to see something. We'll be able to report to the other guys and be like, hey, we got activity in this part, where we hunt, or it's over here or not, or we're not seeing anything, at this elevation. That's all good. It's all good information. So I think this year our large group is going to be advantageous. And I'm looking forward to it. Better aisle than that right there. And there it is, food for 2 people for 8 days. All right, let's see what it costs. 6:26 a.m. on Wednesday, and the trip starts now. I just left the house, going to get Kevin. Then we're gonna get Kent, and then we're gonna pick up Jeremy. That's 4 of the group. Wisconsin guys drove all night, literally through the night. I think they had like a 20 or 21 hour drive, and they should be coming, they're in Colorado sometime this morning. I think predicted around 8. They might actually beat us, which that'd be cool too. So that's the plan right now. We got the crew now. There's Jeremy, we got Kent, little caravan, and off we go. Little beer stop. Drink some. What the? Are we getting all this, Kevin? Is this all of ours right here? Will that last us?
Turn that thing off. Stop fooling around with that.
Yeah, stop fooling around.
The last town. It's really smoky. You can't even see the sky. What do you have to say?
It is smoky.
There's wildlife. 2 crows. Oh, look, antelope too. Look at him just sitting there. See those there before?
Not in that spot.
No, that's crazy.
About 100 yards down usually.
Okay, this is not a good sign. There's not a single outfitter up here. Wow.
Years ago, these were packed.
Yeah.
All these were.
Either they know something we don't, or we're just that much better hunters. Somebody's always been there though. It's usually a pop-up. What camp do you think we should stay at this year?
Well, we can't get into 12 because every year that's gotten worse and worse and worse, the road.
Yeah.
We could probably get in there now, but if it snowed an inch, we'd be stuck up there bad. So
we would be.
Go back to our old faithful.
Do you want to go to the top, or do you want to try that one with the overlook?
Let's go to the top first.
Okay.
And see, just because
see how bad it is, and then
the overlook is so exposed with dust and everything, and we got a big crew of people too, so we need a big footprint too.
Yeah. Although they're dropping like flies.
Yeah,
I know. Started
The day
with
they're supposed to leave, they decide, I'm not going.
Yeah, started with 10, then it was 9. Now we're down to 8.
Well, it's just me now.
Yeah. We got our campsite for like the 6th year in a row. No fires this year. And you can see there's obviously been significant blow down there. And here's our road behind us, and it's just littered with downed trees. So back in, set up camp. So camp is set up in a matter of, I think it's 6 hours. Got up at 5 this morning, was on the road at 6:30, and it's 1 o'clock right now. We have camp completely done. That's probably the fastest ever. 3 camps. There's Kevin waving again. Jeremy. Where's Kent?
He's always got that thing flipped around, man. He won't put that thing on us ever.
It's on you guys right now. What are you doing, Kevin?
I'm trying to figure out what this switch does.
Don't flick that thing. We already got broken things
What are you
going.
eating, Alex?
Well, I just didn't know what it was.
I'm a sandwich. I made you one.
You're a good man.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice down here.
It's hunting camp. Look, we got power tools out. Kevin's doing electrical. And I'm eating.
100 cattle that went down the road, and they must have just shit all the way. I think
Oh,
a
it's so
farmer
hard to
threw
get
one
off,
in the
man.
field.
Oh, it scared me.
So handyman Kevin is fixing some more stuff. What happened to that?
I think
Took a wrong road.
it went to
Oh.
Earth.
I think we took a horse trail.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to come out so smooth. Oh, look at that.
Camp was really easy to set up this year thanks to the warm weather. We had to fix a wiring issue on Jeremy's trailer and then redo the jack on the Wisconsin guy's trailer. But after that, it was time to enjoy the weather. So off to the local pond we went.
Back to Earth here.
So what happened over there?
Well, I went for a monster cast. I caught, I think, some sagebrush on the other end of the world.
That's a nice fish.
Yeah. Jeremy's catching dinner.
Good.
Where's the stringer?
We got,
Dinner.
yeah, at least a few there. That's a nice one.
Yeah, there's one or two in
One's
there.
probably 12.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
Nice job.
Jeremy Neal.
Nice job.
Nicely done.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, let's go cook them.
So we have dinner.
Yeah, we do. At least one person. All right, it's Kent and I right now. It's Thursday. What we're doing is this is called Pointy Pink. And we're trying to go on this side right over here and scout. What do you think?
It's fun.
Kent says fun. I say that's just part of hunting, so we probably got about a 4-hour hike in front of us there and back. And we're either gonna know there's elk there or not. So report back soon. We have a few. The issue is we haven't had rain for, when was the last time we had rain here? Month. So, I mean, those are pretty crisp. I mean, the wind might have degraded them a little, but those could literally be 3 weeks old. That's what we're dealing with right now. Talk about a hard hunt. That's it. That's this season. So clearly, same bull. There's previous year right there. And this would have been several months ago already. You can see mildew on it. But if elk are a creature of habit, that's proof right there. Probably the same bull. We don't have a bull tag. That is what a fresh wallow looks like.
Yeah.
Right there. I mean, clearly this is not a natural feature in which all of a sudden the spring came up and there's mud exposed. Some elk pawed away and scratched at this until they had a place to lay and cover themselves in mud. The question is, when was the last time they were here, and will they be back? But it's a good sign. It's a good sign that clearly this has been used recently. And recently, in these conditions, means in the last few weeks. So they could be out of here 3 weeks ago. So Kent and I had walked up the top of Hell's Hill. We talked about it in other parts of the video, and it's about 45 degrees steep, and we're at the top of it, right about where good elk habitat starts, and it keeps a lot of people out because of the hill climb is indeed nasty. And at the top, there were 2 cows. They were both within bow range, 40 yards away, did not know we were there, completely clueless. And we just watched them for a little while. They grazed, they did not spook, nothing, they didn't smell us. So we filmed them very quietly, turned around, and walked out of the area. Kent and I left the 2 elk be and went down to camp, ate lunch, grabbed a beer and a coffee, and then took the 4-wheeler to a completely different spot in the area. It was a completely different mountain. We just sat in glass for a while. It was extremely windy, hence the voiceover. The audio was really not even audible for the most part. So glass for a little bit, and you can see in the sky there's pretty significant haze, and that was from the forest fires in the area. And I'll actually point to them. And right up here, I'll point to those, and you can see where smoke from those forest fires is actually burning right there. So those are 2 active forest fires in the area. Trees blew down. There was a storm. It was about a month ago. It was early September. It took out millions of trees. We were walking through stuff like that this morning. It's brutal. I mean, right there, you just don't really care because you just walk around it through the meadow. But in other parts of the woods, it's just nasty. So we were just sitting right there on that little ridge looking at the blowdown and thought, boy, that looks like fun. Let's climb through it. So here we are. There we go. It literally looks like a tornado hit. Yep. And this is actually minor because we still have meadow that we can walk through. Some places in the woods it's like this for as far as you can see and you just get stuck. We're not stuck yet. So as Ken just said, the elk gets to be king of the hill down there. Right? Yeah. It's probably 45, 50 degrees steep where we can go. And that is one of the forest fires right there just raging south of us. That's all the blown down trees. We had walked over there, kind of went this way. And you don't really think that looks like much until you see Kent. Look at that. The trees are stacked. Yeah, that was like probably 15 feet tall. 15 feet tall. That's how tall those trees are stacked right down there. That's how bad the storm was. After that, Kent and I called it a day. It's probably one of my most favorite times of elk season, and that's pre-season. Just enjoying everybody's company, hanging out with the boys. Sometimes the stories get a little more detailed than we want, so hence a voiceover right here. But good times for sure. But the plan is to kind of go, we got a few waypoints right in here. So I'm gonna make a big circle through there and around. I don't know, it should be about 2 miles. I mean, it shouldn't be that bad, maybe 2 miles or something like that. Go through there. And then the guys are gonna pick me up at what we call Camp 12, where we camped in 2012. That was actually our first camp here. That's where we're gonna go. That's what I'm gonna try to do, and it'll save me the walk out. So today is mostly downhill. I just had to walk quite a ways up to get to where I am, but from here on in, it's up and down, but I think my net will be, I'll end up at a lower elevation, which is nice. That sunshine right there, the mountain straight center screen, that's where I was glassing. I saw the little deer came down, went through the meadow. So camp is that way, about 1.5 miles from that peak. Obviously I'm past that. Just trying to go through the woods back here to our stick site, and it is literally impassable. So I ended up mucking my way through some swampy area, seeing if I could explore on the backside of the blowdown, but I don't even know if there's a backside or if it just keeps going and it's all down trees. It's kind of a messed up year. I mean, it's 70 degrees, hiking in a t-shirt, sweating. I literally wear shorts right now. And the storm that caused all this damage was because of a snowstorm a month ago already. And I don't know where to hunt. We're like in a tough spot, man. I don't know where we should hunt. There's like 6 or 7, 8 guys in camp. If they all show up, Bill isn't here yet, so 7 guys. I seriously do not know where to hunt. That's an issue. It has literally made this place unhuntable. Look at this. It's just tree after tree after tree, like half the forest. As a former forester, that's not an exaggeration. Probably half the forest is blowing down in just this mix-matched like array of tree trunks. I'm standing on a tree about 6 feet above the ground because that's my only option in terms of walking. And I'm meeting the guys that are coming to pick me up over there. I'm like, oh, I got plenty of time. I got an hour only to go to a mile. I've probably gone in the last 15 minutes 100 yards. It's insane. I don't know if I've ever seen this before, ever. And we have barn animals. That's thistle. Something's been eating it. Like, what animal eats thistle? Maybe it's just because it's so damn dry. That is insane. What's also insane is that there's a brand new road in the woods. Like, here it is. I'm walking on a road that wasn't there probably last year. Strangest Things in Woods, segment 3. So as I was walking, I went through one of our spots that is like just always, you know, a place where we see deer. And sure enough, saw deer again. There was a few nice bucks, some does you see in the pictures, and there's a buck behind them. Just watched them for a while, but if I ever had a deer tag for this area, I could probably hunt a 10-acre spot and fill it. Huge for you, but that was it for scouting. It was time to head back to camp, chill for a little bit, and then take out my rifle. So Friday night before opening day, what game are you playing?
Toon Blast.
Toon Blast?
Yes!
What's your high score in Toon Blast?
I don't know. It's just a mindless way to waste time.
I see. Okay, I'm gonna go play Jumping Birds, or what's that game called?
Angry Birds, man.
Angry Birds. All right. Angry Birds. Opening morning. Kevin, what do you have to say?
Good morning.
Yeah. He actually answered, which was more than I was anticipating. He's hidden way back there. This is an action shot for sure. Good morning. Kevin and I came in over this ridge. Camp is over there. Traversed all that. Hung out at the bottom until the sun came up. And this is the hillside where Kent and I were 2 days ago. And there's actually elk tracks in our boot tracks. So that's a good sign. And there's quite a herd went through here. I mean, multiple animals went up and down this hillside. I can't tell if they were going up or down. But the elk were here, which was good. It's still Saturday morning. And we're about 100 yards from where Kent and I saw the 2 cows. And we just heard a bugle. Kevin heard it twice, and a cow too. I didn't hear the cow, but I heard the bugle. It'd be an odd place for a hunter to be set up this early in the morning. That's about as fresh a sign as we can get. It's piss. So, and they're elk tracks, it's not deer. So that happened the last few hours, otherwise they would have been dried up. So we heard bugles. So they're in here. So we're still following that same trail. And now I can smell them. You can totally smell that musky smell. So that doesn't mean we're going to see them or get close to them, but they were here. Very recent. And just saw two something like 10 minutes ago run left to right in front of me. They were antlerless. I couldn't tell if they were deer or elk because they were behind trees and all I could see were their ears. You can totally smell them even more now. And that was fresh piss. So this is where they were bedded down. I mean, this last night. All right, still Saturday morning, about 9:45. We followed up some fresh tracks, and it was really promising. I mean, you could smell the elk, literally smell the elk. So they're here. Kevin's sitting about 200 feet higher in elevation from where I saw the elk beds. He's kind of hoping maybe they're just mulling around and he'll catch them as they kind of wander or make a loop or something. I'm about a half mile, 3/4 mile north of him. And just trying to get a feel for where they are right now. We know they're in here. We absolutely know there are elk in here and there's multiple elk. We know that right now. But I can see 50 yards at most where I am. So it's tough. I mean, they could be 100 yards down the hill and I'd never see them. Somewhere back there, I lost them. So I think I'm a little too high. I mean, if you look behind me, you can see a boulder field. Actually, it's more scree, but I'm right at the base of the mountain right now. Like literally right at the base. Maybe 200 yards behind me is, I'd have to take out a rope to start climbing. So I'm guessing I went over them. That's my gut instinct. I went through a few areas. I mean, if there's a bull elk in here, it's here, right here. There were places back there when I was walking. You couldn't not step on elk poo. You just couldn't do it every single step. So I'm gonna loop down around and see if I can get back on them. It's about 11:30. Still haven't seen an elk yet. That's okay. The sign is incredibly fresh where I am. And if you look, there. There's actually another one back on the other side of those alders. Those are all wallows, and they've all been actively used. I mean, it's all stirred up. So it's not like the sediment settled in the water and it's all clear now. And there's tracks all over down there. It's just beaten, bare earth. So I'm just gonna have a little lunch, sit here. Kevin might show up. I don't know, but I'll sit here as long as I can. Middle of the day, hot weather. It's probably a good plan. I'll let you know real soon. Okay, an hour just went by and I saw nothing. So now it's 2 hours, same spot. That's like an eternity for me. So much so that I had to go and make some Starbucks. Look at, they make some house blend. That's what we're having right now. A little treat of house blend. If only the animals would come out, this would be a lot easier. It's 4:30, opening day still. I've done about 6 miles through the nastiest crap, that like the stuff you see behind me. Nothing has been level. I haven't seen anything. We've seen good sign, but I haven't seen a single animal. So now we're overlooking a big meadow. All right, so today we took a road here, went through that meadow right there, over the backside of that, probably about 2 miles on the backside of that ridge. And we just walked probably one, and how many more to camp?
Maybe a mile or
Yeah.
less.
So how many elk did we see?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, that's a great story.
Saw a deer.
Kevin did, yes. I saw birds. The bullshit begins now, doesn't
You
it?
whooped me down. You whooped me down.
All I saw were bulls today. How about you guys?
just bulls for them too.
Yeah, his little 6x just running all over the place.
Oh my gosh.
Day 2 of the season. Kevin still has all of its bullets left right there.
I didn't even bring them yesterday.
Yeah.
I knew we wouldn't need them.
Hopefully we do need them today. Hopefully we do. So 0 dark 30. Actually, it's 6:30 in the morning. Something about that. About 48 degrees, and we're on our way to where we were yesterday. I think we've nicknamed it hell. It's horrible to get to, but once you're there, it's not bad. So that's what we're doing right now. I just shed a layer because it's supposed to rain, so I wore a raincoat, I wore Gore-Tex. And they say Gore-Tex breathes, but not really. So the weather is 90% chance of rain or 60% chance of rain, and anywhere from 0.1 inches of rain to 18 inches of snow. So we don't know what it's going to do. It's just going to get wet. That's all we know. So that's our morning. Kevin's decorating the hillside with some white flagging, and I'm going to have a banana. Bye. So just to tell everybody, I was just about to tell everybody that because of the wind and the rain that's just starting to happen, that I was going to go find some place where it wasn't so windy, go a little quieter, and I kid you not, 10 seconds after I had that thought, Kevin calls and said there's 2 or 3 bulls below him, about 150 yards, heading northwest, and that's right in the aspens, completely out in the open. So I'm racing across the aspens trying to get to where they are, and this is about as risky as you can get, trying to head them off so I can get in front of them. But orange in the aspens and moving through these aspens, I mean, I am just fully exposed. So if there's a group of them down there, I could scare them away really easy. Right to the bull that Kevin heard. It's about 200 yards from me as best as I can tell. I headed west and he snuck behind me, or maybe there's another one. Neither of us have bull tags. Hoping that there's a cow or two with him. He keeps bugling, which is actually kind of nice. So I hope he keeps that up and I get just a glimpse of him and maybe some cows. There's a bull somewhere less than 100 yards from me. There's 2 of them actually, and I'm hoping there's cows. And the woods are so thick, I actually took out the pistol. I don't think I could swing the rifle fast enough. So I eventually found the source of the noise. It was a really nice bull. And he didn't see me. He wasn't spooked, didn't smell me, didn't do anything. So I just hung out and watched him for a while, hoping that there were cows with him. There it is, pretty much every hunter's dream shot. Confirmed legal bull standing broadside, quartering away. It can't see you at about 50 yards. Easy shot, and there's nothing I could do about it. There's a 6x6 bull right over there. Probably 80 yards. I watched him go through the woods, completely broadside. Looked at him with the binoculars, took a video, and said bye, because we don't have bull tags. I could have plugged him easily. I can't believe an animal like that doesn't have cows with them, so I'm just gonna hang out for a minute or two and see if there's Any females? So here I was with the cow tag in a stare down with a very nice 6x6 bull. There was nothing I could do. Just watched it for a while and stood there in what you can now see as a change in weather. It looks like snow, but it was wet, sleet, and cold. Obviously the bull saw me and it was a full-on stare down. The thing did not move at all. I just had a stare down, which I think is a second bull. I was trying to head off that bull I just saw. And this one is smaller. It's a little smaller. Or it looks smaller. And I was trying to get in front of that bull, head him off, because typical of all boys, I figured he's probably chasing the cows. So I want to get in front of him and see if there were some cows in front. And I ended up squaring up with him, or a different one. While I'm doing that, there's a bunch of crashing going on behind me. I mean, definitely animals in the woods, and those spooked the bull I was looking at. It definitely was a second bull. The one I had the stare down with was about 50 yards in front of me, and about 60 seconds after that, another one bugled where I heard the crashing through the woods. So there's two bulls here. I hope the one that's crashing through the woods has some cows. So at this point, I'm starting to get really cold. You can see the weather changed. The wet sleet and rain was starting to soak my clothes. And you can hear some bull calls in the background if you listen close. There's a bull behind me. There's two actually. And it's crazy, this weather. The temperature just dropped about 10 or 15 degrees. It's snowing. I'm trying to put on extra layers. I've got good clothes, but I'm trying to stay dry. Hunkered under a fir tree. And this bull is going nuts. Welcome to Colorado. In a matter of 30 minutes, the temperature dropped 15 degrees. The snow is coming down. It's wet. I had to put on full gear, Gore-Tex pants, Gore-Tex jacket, every layer I have. And I didn't bring warm gloves is all I have, so fingers crossed. I might be breaking that fire ban rule in a little while if it stays this cold. So I did make a little fire. My hands were numb, so just warm them up real quick and put it out. I don't want to say so much as the fire saved my life, but I was starting to get very hypothermic. I was shaking on the inside and definitely losing dexterity in my fingers and my arms. So putting on all my clothes and warming up a bit definitely helped and got me back going. I thought canes had curved handles at the top.
What?
A cane. I thought it had a curved handle at the
You're
top.
gonna need a damn cane.
Okay, so the weather turned absolutely miserable, but we Kevin saw some bulls, I saw two bulls, heard them bugling, and not a single cow. I could have shot both bulls easily, and they were both less than 100 yards. You probably could have too, right?
They were in some thick stuff down there.
But you could have, okay.
I mean, they were about 140 yards, and I can see to about 130. So they were 10 yards back in the thick stuff. I could watch them pass through, just enough just to see ahead, but not enough to identify anything besides what it was. And that's not enough.
Yeah, so we put our pack covers on, rifles on, took out the sissy poles, and now we're gonna, see, there you go, yay, hike down the mountain and hopefully not die. I got the camera out. Do a flip or something.
I'm just trying to stay on my own 2 feet here without dying.
Come on, a Daffy. At least that. A heli? Do a heli in the bumps. Yeah! How bad it is here. It's just fallen tree after fallen tree. We're like little ants tormented by a bunch of teenage kids who are trying to make a trap for us. Kevin can beat the trap though. Just goes on and on and on. The fallen logs just wiped us out. What time is it? I don't even know. It's like 1 or something.
Yeah, 125.
We hiked to our spot, saw 2 bulls. I saw 2 bulls, Kevin saw 3. And coming back, it's just a nightmare. I mean, literally, I just put the gun away and said, screw it, we're not going to see anything. Carried out, walked with our walking sticks, our sissy poles, and actually, thank goodness we had them. It would have been,
Oh, man.
it would have been a bitch without them.
Yeah.
It's.
We would have taken some falls.
Yep, not that we didn't anyway. So, I don't know what we're doing now, but turn the heat on. That's why you go with stainless steel guns here in Colorado, just like that.
For the salt water.
For the salt water, yes.
The mag chloride. For those road hunts.
Alright, it's Sunday evening. It snowed today, and the weather turned really cold actually. Nothing compared to last year, but I think it's like 33 or something right now. Tonight's supposed to be 22. Pretty cold. Again, nothing compared to last year, but compared to yesterday, which was 70 degrees, it's a huge change. So I'm just sitting in our favorite sunshine meadow spot, hoping to get a stray cow to come through. And it's happened before, so fingers crossed. It'd be great if it happened tonight. I just cooked an amazing fish dinner. Look at that. I can't even catch a fish.
Not as good as the wives would have done, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. And potatoes. I was out there hunting while he was slaving away like that. And so what do you think? We have 3 days left. What's our plan?
We better get some tomorrow. I think the snow has made a big change in everything that's going on. The temperature change, and tomorrow's supposed to warm back up again. I think we're in better shape than we were this morning.
What's tonight's low?
18?
Yeah, it's supposed to be really cold.
With a clear sky.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really cold. So,
yeah,
and the wind is howling. I went out tonight, didn't even see a deer. Like, not even a deer in a given spot. That sucked. So, time to eat some dinner. It's day 3. It's Monday morning. I was the first one out of camp, and I slept in late. I didn't leave till like 6:30 or 6:45. This hill I'm on, it's just kicking our butt. We're kind of all spread out. So Kevin and I took this side of the road to hunt on. It's kicking our ass. And actually the only reason I came up here this morning was because there was still snow here. You can see this hill is about 45 degrees. Here's a previous episode, I actually measured it with the compass. I showed you guys how to use the inclinometer. It's 45 degrees and it's probably 200 yards from the top to the bottom, maybe 3. It's just brutal, especially in the morning, first thing. But I wanted to cut some tracks. I wanted to see in the snow where the elk are and just get a feel for where they're going. We only got it, basically 2 3/4 days left to figure this out. So at noon today, we'll be halfway through the season. And we have yet to see a cow during the season. Bulls, but no cows. Just crossed that hillside. The road I came in on is right through there. It was just too tempting not to look with all the white snow in there. And the elk stand out, and hate to have walked through there, and there's some herd bedded down above the road a few hundred yards, just laying there, and I just walked right past them. So nothing there, but given the snow and how easy it was to look, I couldn't resist. So on to my original plan. That's to go even higher in more ugly terrain. Alright, so here's the plan. I'm up to where Kevin saw this elk yesterday, his little spot. And basically the hunting starts here. It's just nasty. It's just absolutely nasty. But the goal is to cut tracks. That's what my goal is today, is to see where we can see signs of elk. And there's still snow up here, so I don't want to sit. I don't want to. It kind of blew it. It's already 8:25 in the morning. The sun isn't too far out there. You can see the sun. The sun is, there it is. So I probably have an hour or less before it's overhead. So sitting right now is not my choice. What I want to do is just walk, which sucks because I'm sick of walking, until I can find out where the elk are. Hopefully I get some sign before the sun melts the inch or two of snow that we got yesterday. Footprint with an elk track right there from yesterday afternoon, and I know it's the afternoon because the tip of the track by that aspen leaf, the snow is melted and round. So that track was made probably yesterday afternoon while the snow was still wet before it froze. A bunch of elk tracks right here, same time frame. So those are about 10 hours old. I can't tell which way they're going. They actually look like they just stood here for a while and contemplated life, what they should do. But good sign to see tracks. It's even cooler that I know it's in my boot. Apparently I found a really good spot to hunt. I was here this morning, and that's where those elk tracks were. It's so good that Kevin and Bill decided to hunt right at the bottom, right there. I told them I was here, and they're like, oh, go away. I think they thought I was joking, but I really am here. And they're hunting right below me. Hi, Kevin and Bill. What do you think of it up here, Bill?
It's steep.
It's steep, yeah. It's really steep. Did you see any ants today?
Ants?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were crawling on me. I ate a couple.
Did you do something to them?
I was trying to magnify glass them, but
And burn them?
they moved too fast.
Bill likes, we glass for elk, Bill glasses for ants.
Yeah. So how was the hike up?
It sucked. I'm really surprised I didn't push anything into you guys. We heard something just above us,
Uh-huh.
and I think somehow it came around and got underneath us, but there was so much fresh sign.
There is a lot of fresh sign in there. I agree with that, 100%. Ship's log, day 72. We are now wearing puffy jackets under our hunting clothes. It's so late in the season. We have yet to fell. Kevin decided that we should take the four-wheeler to our other spot. It's about 8 miles away, and the temperature is 34, so it's basically a snowmobile ride in our hunting clothes. But that makes it more fun.
A balmy 34.
Yeah, balmy 34. We can't go until Kevin eats his banana. Tuesday morning. We got 2 days left this season. Rested today and tomorrow. We went to a different spot. We've been here before, but the tactic today is to glass and see if we can find some cows. We've been hunting this right up in there, that shelf. And we've seen quite a few bulls up there. I said two, which are probably the same group of 3 that Kevin saw. All the beds and all the tracks, everything up there, but we could not find a cow. So we came lower. If we zoom in a little bit, probably can't see them, but there's maybe a dozen antelope lined up along that ridge right there. They're right there. There's some cows out there. You can see those. There's some right in that. There you go. Moo cows. Although they might fill our needs too. So we're just gonna glass and take it from there. There's the pronghorn center screen, but they're.
Alex, come up here real quick, man.
So we're on this ridge, and Kevin heard some thumping noises. I'm like, okay, that was a deer. We saw the deer. But we were downwind of the deer, and they couldn't see us where they were spooked. So we're just sneaking around now to see what's down there. And we saw some other deer about 300 yards away too, and they were spooked. It can't be from us. We're downwind. I mean, it's just a weird position for deer to be looking for danger. Was that another deer in that ridge? How the fuck are they? There's no way they can be seeing us. No way. Yeah. It's very tempting to throw a rock. We're still in our little perch. It's actually a really good spot, and it might be a good option for an opening day. You just have command of so much area. You can see so much. I mean, the shots you could take here are pretty limited. If you figure 400 yards, it can be a hell of a shot to do that. 400 yards is pretty much the bottom of this, right down in there, and you're done. So you can see a lot farther than you can shoot, that's for sure. Here's Kevin on his perch. Look at how high that is. Give you guys some idea how vast of an area we're looking at out here. That's cattle. Those are cows. They're black cows. That's how big they are. And you're like, oh, that should be easy to see. It's a big black cow. No. Elk, smaller than that, a little smaller than that, and they blend in. They're not easy to find. In fact, they're so hard to find, we haven't found one yet. But we're going to keep looking. All right, through the magic of our binoculars, we found this giant buck down there. I don't even know if I'd be able to do this in this. He's actually right at the base. Oh, come on, where's right there? He's probably 24 inches wide on his rack and 12 inches tall. I don't know how many points he hasn't turned his head, but he's big. That looks like a bear scratching to me. Bill's the one with the bear tag, not me. Little tech tip, if you ever get sap on your hands, you can use your Zippo to get the sap off. Let me show you how. Pull out the center here, just like that. It's naphtha, I think, that they use in there. Well, it's called Zippo fluid if you want to pay extra. But you can just use the lighter like this, and the little felt on the bottom. Rub your sappy portions of your hands on that, and voila, the sap is gone. That's your tech tip. You have to go from where I am to right up there. It's probably not more than 50 yards. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, probably 20 trees. I've got to climb over. That's how bad this season is. It's unbelievable. This windstorm that came through here just wrecked it. It's like impossible to get anywhere. So here is our fire. Right there, that's for an entire week of elk camp. That has been our campfire right there.
Yep, campfire, yep.
Right?
Olaf.
There's Olaf
Yeah,
right
he
there.
still has an orange vest on. It's DJ.
Yeah.
Jeremy's like, oh, he is awake. Say hi, Bill.
Hi.
That's me. Hi,
Hey,
Kevin.
love. I miss you.
There's Dave.
I'm doing it.
Yeah. And there's a campfire. Look at that. We could turn it off. Last day of the season. It's Wednesday at about 10 o'clock or something in the morning. I slept in. I think all of us did. A few too many cocktails last night and frustration, I think. Just not getting into the animals. And that's true. We haven't gotten into them. We saw 2 legal bulls more than legal, and 2 cows before the season, and that's all we've done so far. So, and with the number of guys we have, that's pretty sad. I don't think it's us though, because I'm about maybe 12 miles from a camp. The camp's on the other side of these mountains, way back there, way on the other side. So I took the ATV and came on the east side, boarding private, and just see what we can get, see what I can get into. I'm solo hunting right now. Everybody else gave up. There's a few guys that are gonna wander around camp. Jeremy and Kevin went to go see if they can catch a beaver for real and some fish. So I don't know, man. Hopefully I score, at least get some videos or something, say, hey, look, I got into them. But there's no other camps left. Every single camp between here and us, or where we're camped, is gone. Every single camp. Everybody bugged out of here. So I talked to some people, and and they didn't fill. It sounds like nobody's filling, and they just said, F it, we're out. So we might be finding a new spot next year. So this is Hail Mary Plan D, E, or F. I have no idea, but it's what it is. So I'm literally, I don't even know, I'll have to look in GPS. 10, 15 miles from our camp. Completely different area. There's residences over there. So I'm just doing the best I can. We bow hunted in this area, a few years ago, and saw elk in this meadow pretty consistently. The only thing is we saw the elk right before sunset. I mean, literally before sunset, just so a little bit. So that's a long ways. That's 6 hours from now, and I don't know if I have that patience, but sit here for a little bit, at least have a sandwich and see what happens. The scenery's pretty though. Sat out in the meadow until it just wasn't, safe isn't the right word. It wasn't, I guess, logical to sit there anymore. I mean, obviously the sun hasn't set, but I have a 45-minute walk out to the four-wheeler minimum and a minimum 45-minute drive back to camp. And that's under ideal conditions, assuming tree hasn't blocked the road, assuming, everything goes well. Right there is private. You can see the fence. And when under pressure, that's where they go. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna hunt as close to private as I can. And I did. So it's just grazed over by cattle like crazy here, and there's not a lot I can do about that. And I don't know where the elk are right now. There's a really good chance something could come out in that meadow tonight, but I mean, if I was to get something there at 6:30, by the time I quartered at 8:30, I have no way to contact the guys. I had good cell reception here, but they don't have it back in camp. So I'd have to quarter it, skin it, quarter it myself, take a quarter out, pack it to the four-wheeler, probably drive back to camp, let them know I got something. We'd all come back in a truck, and by that time it'd probably be 9 o'clock-ish. We'd all have to walk in, hike it out. It would be midnight, 1 o'clock at the earliest before we got all the meat out of here. So I'm not up for that tonight. That's the bottom line. I'm just not out for making this trip that many more times tonight. So I'm gonna hunt my way back to camp. Said that there's a chance trees could fall across the road. That was not there 5 hours ago or 6, whatever, when it was I drove here earlier. So hopefully that is the only tree. That's a small one I can deal with. I'll just go right over that. But hopefully that's it. A serious threat right now. That's the second tree. Again, a small one. But I'm not to the worst part yet. The worst part's at the top. That's where all that deadfall was last time. So, after that last storm, and those are big trees. So, tree 4. Somebody busted through it already, but hopefully that's it. The wind is just screaming on this side of the mountain, just screaming, and the temperature's probably 20 degrees colder than where I was hunting. So I'm glad I came back when I did. So I'm not doing this in the dark. Makes you feel alive though, feeling that wind in your face, and it's good. I should be able to fit underneath it. Hopefully I don't have an axe. So yeah, hopefully I fit underneath it. Not fit underneath it, I'll just take the gun cases out and I should be able to drive under it then, but now it's getting scary. So that's, it's getting serious. Hopefully camp is okay. For real. I mean, definitely makes you feel alive on the edge, but yeah, a falling tree is gonna kill somebody. We don't want that. So, all right, I gotta get on. So everything's loaded back up, and that ends 2020. Hopefully there's no events on the way home. What do you have to say about 2020?
Unsuccess.
I can't believe
Goose egg.
Yeah. 0 this year. 0. Ah! As we're driving to Steamboat, actually, Jeremy's like, hey, your trailer's kind of leaning a little crooked. And I'm like, Kevin and I are like, it looks fine to us. So we're like, all right, let's stop in town and just take a look at it. And sure enough, we broke a leaf spring. Ah. Hopefully there's no events on the way home. Hopefully there's no events on the way home. There it is, right there. This part should be connected to that part. And it's not. So we're F, we're SOL until that spring right there gets replaced. And I have the tools to do it. And ironically, I usually carry a spare spring because it's not the first time it happened. And I didn't pack it today, so there's no spring. So thank goodness the store in the town we're in has the part or a part that will work. So usually I'm MacGyver and carry spare springs, like of all the things. We've got everything else, winches, tire chains, like jacks, all this. I got tools, I got everything, and I didn't load the spring. So hopefully I have the right amount of tools and we're on the road in like 30 minutes and we're done. So let's see how long it takes. How's elk hunting going, Kevin?
Breaking parts, bro. Breaking parts.
That's good. Get some mechanics with me here. We just thought we'd do a little roadside, let's test our skills.
Some preventive maintenance. Prevent
Jeremy?
the wheel from falling off.
Oh,
So that's, as we're laying here, some guy drives by and doesn't offer to help us, and he just wants to know how's the hunting going.
they tell us that the elk are down the road a quarter mile.
Yeah, and then he tells us all the elk are in a hayfield down the road. So, all right, back to turning wrenches. What do you have to say, Jeremy?
Not much. I'm just the parts pitch right now.
That's right. Tools, mechanics. There's Kevin over there.
Hello.
Look at that shiny new spring, everybody. Look at that. Woo! This trailer's gonna tow like it never towed before now. There we go. Look at that new spring. All happy. So on the road again. A broken leaf spring wasn't enough. The tire carrier broke too. Look at that. So literally upon pulling in the driveway at home, the welding helmet comes on. So that is what I have to do right now. Weld that before I can even put the camper away. There we go. And with the repairs made, that was the end of our elk hunting season for 2020. It was also the last time our group got together. That particular hunting spot was destroyed with the windstorm. Climbing over those trees was too dangerous. The elk patterns had completely changed and it just wasn't worth our time anymore. We had been hunting this spot since 2012 for 8 years. And it produced some really nice bulls for us and cows. In fact, one of those bulls is mounted above my fireplace. It was really sad to see it go. Even more sad that the group just didn't get together after that, and we had to completely start over on what we called home in the mountains of Colorado.